Good morning, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Today, like I said, I've been working in my garage area with several of the projects I need to start getting done. Of course, I'm going to be doing some tapes for my good buddy John coming up, and I have an IVC project I'm working on. Guys, be patient. I am getting real close to having some of this stuff all up online to be able to use it. These two particular machines are two of the hardest machines to actually work on, besides the 1-inch machine, but I have parts on that on order and most of it done anyways. But we are working on the IVC. It's a little nicer today. It's Arizona, you know, it's in 100-degree weather, but it's been a lot nicer today. So I'm out here in my garage work area working on the IVC 960. Just want to show you guys something. We got everything working pretty good now, except for the brake systems. This is going to be a real pain in the ass to change because I have to do it from underneath. I would like to get to these brakes this week and show you a progress report on that, probably in another video. But anyways, guys, we're doing some testing on this machine. This is the rarest IVC 960 besides the IVC 9000 quad helical scan machine. These are the two rarest machines by IVC. This happens to be the 1-inch machine. Anyways, the interesting thing about this is a full editor 960. Means it's an editing color unit. The cool thing about this is it's got flying erase heads on it. It's just like a VCR. It does clean editing and playback. But this is also a 2-channel audio machine. See, channel 1, channel 2. A lot of the earlier IVCs, I believe, only had 1 channel. I don't think they had 2. I don't really know. I never had one of the other models. But anyways, this is a 2-channel, meaning any tapes done on the IVC 1-inch machine such as this machine could play both of them back. Actually, it's got the capability of doing both channels, channel 1 and 2. If the actual tape is channel 1, I could do 1. If it's channel 1 and 2, I could do both channels at the same time. It's a very interesting unit, and like I said, I was messing around with it today, pulling some stuff off. I want to show you guys something very interesting. The reason I know this machine is going to be working really good is I've been checking out some of the functions on it. Also, I want to show you something very, very cool. Now, I got this into play mode, and we're going to check it for channel 2 and channel 1 audio. Okay, I want to show you guys on the meters that this does work. As long as this thing has been sitting, I'm mind blown that this thing still works in such great shape. But check this out. Watch meter 1 and 2. Meter 1, see? We have audio. Meter 1. That tells you audio track 1 works, and then watch channel 2. Channel 2. Meter 2 works. So 1 and 2. So the audio cards on this, which are located on the front, which are these 2 left cards on the left, they are working. So I assume with the electronics, but it's been sitting for such a long period of time, since the age of these cards are all relatively the same, this machine is going to fire up pretty good once I get everything ready to do a test tape. The cards look like they're all functioning. I noticed with the tension adjustment here, it slows down the speeds for your tension on the spindles. That's working. So we're getting electronic playback. The things are working on these cards, so it gives me a great sign that I ain't gonna have to do any repairs to these cards, which is a fantastic thing. But today we realize both audio cards do work. Even though I'm not in the full testing mode with a tape yet and all that, just doing some preliminaries on this machine, and you can see audio 1 and audio 2. We have full audio on this machine. Also, I've noticed with the playback, if you look at the tack, and I put my fingers on the heads, see it move? That means there's a video signal that will play from the heads. So we do have video signal coming from the heads. So the heads obviously do work. So that's another plus for this machine. Also, I was noticing in the various different positions. You got your record, your assemble, and your other functions. These are working as well, just as well, with no issues. So I'm beginning to realize that this machine, I think, is going to fire up just nice. Just needs some tweaking, some alignments, some adjustments, some servo alignments probably. But this machine actually is working pretty good. But the audio cards are a big plus, because a lot of times you always have audio problems. And these are two separate cards for channel 1 and channel 2. And like I said, guys, we're going to be doing some 1-inch IVC tapes right there. My good buddy John provided me some masters that he apparently have acquired from Zeta Television, or whatever you call it, Theta Television, that used to be the Z channel, I believe. Not too sure what this stuff is, but I think it's going to be mind-blowing when I do actually recover it. But like I said, a machine like this is just like the 1-inch machine I have in my living room. I had to do quite a bit of work on that, including a couple bad cards and various different things. I don't think I'm going to have that issue with this one, because it's very robust and built very, very well. I think it was stored in a building, which is very, very good for capacitor reasons. It was out of Chicago. Like I said, guys, when you're dealing with equipment like this, you know, look at that. Audio works. Audio works. So that means both channels are working, and we are getting to record, and all the functions are coming up, record, playback, and various different things like remote lock for remote. You know, all the stuff is coming up, fast forward, you know, that type of thing. And of course, this has a sensor, depending if there's a tape in place or not, for you to be able to use any of the functions. So you always have to put something in between there, so the machine senses there's a tape in the unit for you to actually hit any of the functions on the machine. But this machine looks like it's really good, and I don't think I'm gonna have a problem getting this going. It looks like that it's full power and everything's functioning. It's just that it hasn't been used in a long time, and keeping it powered up like this gets everything flowing again. So I want to get these capacitors all high powered up, and just having moving electrolytes through the capacitors, because they have been sitting for quite a while, and just keeping full power to it. So I'm running it for a couple hours. I want full current to go through this thing. But this week we're going to try to get the brakes in, and then once I get the brakes in, I can start getting the tensions right so I can load a tape on the unit. Hope you enjoyed this video.